Ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, it's time I reveal exactly how I make these videos. What magic goes on behind the scenes? What in the am I doing? But before all that, the first thing you want to do is watch Joel Haver's video on how he makes his animations, since he's the guy that this all leads back to. This is all Joel Haver's fault. He goes over all the essential stuff, like how EBSynth works, what the process is, what it's capable of, and all that stuff. Then once you've watched that, you come back here, then we're in the big boy zone. My process is pretty much the same as what Joel does, but add another like 15 to 20 more steps. What I really want to do is make making of videos for each video that I put out, so that I don't have to repeat myself every time on how everything works exactly. I can just link back to this video if anyone wants to know the real specifics. But here's the question, how do I make this video not boring as shit? Some of you are itching for the details, some of you are just casually curious. There's a lot to go over, and talking about it too much makes me sleepy. So here's what I'll do. Introducing the Nerd Corner. We figured it out. Anything too technical, any of you want to try this out for yourself, you just read whatever I put up there. If I forgot something while I record this, then I'll just put that up there too. It's fail safe. Like I said before, I want to do more of these, but they won't be like this. This is more of a tutorial video. Future content caves will be more fun to watch, hopefully. Well, that's the idea. Anyway. Right now, I'll give an example of how I turn live action footage into 2D animation. So here's what you'll need. Everything in the optional section is what I use to speed up the process, but you don't exactly need them. I have a Google Pixel 4a which shoots 4K footage, so it's good if your phone can shoot as high quality as that. I have a flexible camera holder thing that lets me easily get whatever angle I want. I always have my phone plugged into my computer, and using a program from GitHub called Screen Copy, it lets you control your Android phone from your PC, so you can see what you're filming from looking at your monitor. When you film your footage, you want to make sure that you're in good lighting, where everything is decently exposed, and that your background isn't complicated. So that's why I have the green screen. It doesn't even matter that it's creased, it's just good to have like a blank color behind you that TuneApp can see and crop out for you. Take the clip you want to tunify into Premiere Pro, create a new sequence in a square aspect ratio, right click on this bit and switch this to frames. The next thing you want to do is duplicate the clip. One that's cropped to as much of the body as you want animated, and one zoomed in close up to the face. Create two folders called body and head, and each of these folders put these folders with these names in them. You export out both versions of these clips separately as JPEG sequences. Next you want to pick your keyframes, but before you do that, TuneApp only tunifies an image at a certain quality, and if the face is too far away it's not going to look good. It's also very likely that the app won't even recognize a face in the image at all and won't tunify it. So to get around that, you can use an image of any face and place it anywhere around the subject, making sure it doesn't clash anywhere in the clip. An easy way to pick your keyframes is clicking the screenshot tool here, then naming them the corresponding frame number. When you pick your keyframes for the body, things to look out for are any movements you see where new information is seen. EBSynth doesn't work great for motion blur, so the more keyframes you add for any motion blur bits, the better it's going to match up. You do the same thing for the face clip, but here you only need that extra face image if you think that your face is too much at an angle, just to be safe that the app recognizes it. The keyframes you want to grab here are any head movements, any eye movements, any blinks, and any mouth movements. I forgot something. It's better to name each keyframe A and then the number of the JPEG sequence. And then when you go into the next clip, you change it to B and then C, D, if you're doing like a whole thing. Does that make sense? This is so that TuneApp doesn't get confused if you have the same name. Import all the keyframes into your phone, go to TuneApp and go to town. Don't zoom in any more into the image, just keep it to what you've set it to. When you click create cartoon, give it this red background. For some reason there's no green, so red works fine. Once they're all done, take all of these images from TuneApp and drag all the body frames into the body TA folder and all the head frames into the head TA folder. Name them back up to their keyframe names, and if you want, you could put it in an AI upscaler so it looks the best it can, and put those in the TA enhanced folder. Just realised I made you make that folder even though this part is optional. Well, we make mistakes. You know what, I don't even think I need to talk it through to the end. I start to sound very monotone very easily, and Joel's basically covered everything for the EBSynth part. We'll let the Nerd Corner finish off with subtitles.
impressive. Very nice.
And that's how you do it. Isn't that f***ing exciting? When I first figured out that you could make animation like this that's kind of almost on par with Scanner Darkly, it's like filmmaking just got 10 times easier, and I still don't think I understand how mind-blowing that is. I could make an entire film here in this room with just me and a green screen, and it would pass as believable because it's not trying to look real. It's got an art style to it that visually you can accept. When I make a video like Guy Drives Past a Horror Movie, all the comments are treating it like a comedy sketch, as it should be. It might be a few seconds of someone going, oh that looks interesting, that's kind of funny. But it doesn't take long after that until they treat it just like a regular comedy sketch. There's obviously AI involved, but like all things, AI is best when it's used as like a tool alongside the human element. It's like there's an intention there, you know what I mean? And that's why I think all this AI generated art is rubbing people the wrong way. It's because there's no intention behind it. It's taking work from real artists and then pet cemeterying them and meshing it all together into an image that kind of looks right, but the closer you get to it, the more it looks wrong. Even if sometimes it does look good, I can't ask them why they made a brush stroke there, or why they used this technique to achieve this effect, or why they chose those specific colors. The only answer that they can give is, well, you see, I typed these 6 keywords in and f*** off. Although I probably shouldn't get on their bad side, because eventually I do see something like this as becoming as easy as like a Snapchat filter on your phone. So this video might age really poorly in like a year or two, and I kinda hope it does, because the faster that this process is, the better. At the moment, I think it's only slightly faster than how Joel does it. The most time spent on his style is drawing all the keyframe stuff, and the most time spent here is sorting through the files and cleaning up and cropping out what ToonApp and EBSynth pumps out. I should probably shout out Lyrebird Studios for making ToonApp, because you can try and look for others like it, but honestly nothing comes close to as good as what this app can do, as far as what I could find anyway. I've emailed them to let them know that this is a thing that you can do with it, but they haven't replied to me. It's fine. It's fine. As far as everything outside of ToonApp, like the backgrounds used, lighting, adding 2D animation to the thing, it's like it's too much stuff to go over, and each video has its own unique editing tricks going on. There's not a general tutorial that I can run you through. The only consistent step is the ToonApp stuff. So I thought I'd break the main bits down as simple as possible. For most of my videos I've been using GTA 5 locations along with mods. For the Twitch video I used the strip club, for the Cajo video I used an island mod, and this is one of the office locations for one of the missions in the game. To make the backgrounds fit in with a cartoon style, I convert them using a program called Vector Magic, opening up EBSynth again to stitch the keyframes together so the whole clip has that effect. Adobe Animate for animation stuff. After Effects I only use for motion tracking if I want to add something into the scene. When I film myself, I have the lines on repeat through my speakers, and I mime along to my voice while acting it out. I always record my lines before filming, so it's easier to work out the timing that way. I do get picky with the takes though, so here's a compilation of me getting the right scream for when I die in the sea. No! 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 That's the one. If anybody has any questions, it's very likely that I'll respond. If anyone has any tips that they know of that might speed up the process, please f***ing tell me. And yeah, I think that's about it. Next video has Spider-Man in it. Bye.